Hello everyone and welcome back. Wanted to go over some blog post optimization and formatting with you. And we'll start here at the very top, and as you'll see I've got my blog post title, and this is also known as an H1 title, and this is the only H1 title that will be in this blog post. It's also the title again of the blog post, and it is the only H1 title. Never use an H1 title tag in your blog post. The title of your blog post is going to be the only H1 title tag that you'll use. Okay, then next you've got your more tag, and the way we do that, you would come to the end of the third paragraph. We always want to put it under the third paragraph. You would come to the end of that and just hit enter. Just hit enter, and you would click this little button right here. It looks like almost like a tire tread. You would click that and it inserts the more tag. But for right now I'm going to go ahead and delete that one back out of there. And that's how you insert the more tag. And what that is for, it just breaks that up. It says continue reading. Some themes it may say read more. It says continue reading, and it stops it at a certain point, and it just shows a summary of each blog post. Okay, now the video, and we will be going over how to do this in some of the later videos from YouTube, but for right now I'm going to go over here and grab my iframe link first, and I'm going to come over here, back over here. My computer's being slow. Okay, I'm going to delete that. So always come right here behind the more tag and hit enter and the center button, and just type in a bunch of letters there, and that way we'll know where we're at. Go back over to the text and find that where you just typed in all that gook and highlight it, and then paste in your iframe, and voila, there's your video. It'll pop up. There you go. And that is very simple. That is how you put in your video there into your blog post. Okay, another thing that we do to optimize and format our blog post is we break it down into sections, and these sections, your main sections within your blog post, these bigger and larger words here in bold, we use those as H2 title tags, are heading 2, and you can just pull that menu down and select heading 2, and that will format that for you. And what makes that significant with SEO is all of these H2 title tags, and something called semantic indexing is going to be related back up to your title, effective online marketing efforts, and it's going to relate back to semantic indexing, and it's going to help there. And those are your H2 title tags. Now you can go down, depending on what you're writing about and how you're laying out your content. You can go down to heading, use a heading 3. I would not recommend going any lower than a heading 4. I know a blogging friend of mine that he did not like the way that his theme did quotes, so he made his own quote using a header 4 title tag, and that's perfectly fine. And but I think he also recommended not going below, using anything below heading 4 But so far I have not used anything below a heading 3 or anything smaller than a heading 3. So that's your H2 title tags there, and that's just basically, again, breaking it down into sections, making it scannable for your readers. Okay, another thing that we do is we include links. Now we have two different kinds of links that we use in our blog posts. We have inbound links and outbound links. Our inbound links is what we use when we link to another page within our own blog or website. An outbound link is when we link to another page or another website outside, of course, outside of our own and someone else's. For this information here, I linked to another site, Examined Existence, and how I did that, I highlighted that text. I came over here and I went to the post that I wanted, and I just copied the link to that post, and it's already in here, so I'll have to do the edit. There we go, and it'll come up like this, but it'll be blank in here. There will not be anything in here. And what you do, you just hit the wheel that says link post, and I pasted the link in here. And since it was to an outside website, I clicked that box. You want anytime you're linking to an outside website, you want to have it open in a new tab, because you don't want your visitor to leave your website. And then hit update, or hit OK, since you'll just be linking that, and then there you have it. It's linked to that website. So that's links, and a tip on that is the ratio with inbound and outbound links. You'll want to have about 70% when you're linking in your blog post, 70% of your links to be inbound, and about 30% or less outbound links. Okay, imagery. Here I've got an image of a woman walking on the beach, which is a good habit for anyone. And okay, so let me delete that out of there and show you how we did that. So I came up here beside the header and I hit enter, and of course you'll have to load it. I hit add media, and you'll have to upload your media first. But once you get it uploaded, and let me find it, and you select the one you want to put in there, and hit insert. It'll take it just a second here. Alright, now I know it's big and huge, but there's a simple fix to it. So you select the picture, and you can align it to the left of the content, or you can align it to the right. So I'm going to put it back to the right of the content, and I'm going to hit edit. And so I'm going to do a couple of things here. The alternate text, you'll see it's woman walking on beach, and you'll see the dashes in between here, each word. Well, that is the alternate text. That is what Google sees, and that's why it has the dashes in there. Excuse me. So I need to come down here and put in the title, the actual title of the photo, and it's going to be the same, except I'm going to leave out the dashes. So I do not want to link it to anything. I'm going to do custom size, and I'll make the height, I want to make it 650. Okay, and then hit update, and there you go. It's all hugged up nice and tight to the right. Nice and tight to the right. That's a good one. Okay, and then I'll show you one more thing, and I'll put in a caption, and that would be up here. Just type it in right there. Okay, so that's your imagery. Okay, and another thing I wanted to point out to you, the pixelation in your blog is a little bit different than what you see on the regular screen or on mobile. So these are short paragraphs, and I want let me get a longer right here. This line and a quarter, or you could even go to a line and a half, maybe sometimes 2 full lines, but I wouldn't go over 2 full lines because that's going to be probably 4 lines on a regular screen and maybe 5 lines on mobile, 5.5 maybe on mobile. So we don't want to get too big of paragraphs on mobile, so we want to be careful about that. So I wouldn't go over. Let's try to keep it maybe to 1.5 lines in here for your considering your mobile and your regular screen for your paragraphs. Okay. All right. Okay. Moving right along here. At the very end, you'll want to put in a good call to action on your blog post. I've got one here to the coaching program, and then asking for shares of the post, and just whatever that you would like, or ask them to your readers to subscribe to your email list. But don't forget to do that. Put in a good call to action at the end. And then, of course, we got our SEO, or optimization. You'll want to, both of mine are in the green here, which is that's good. The readability is good. And my keywords that I'm shooting for, all of that's good. As long as they're either orange or green, then you're good to go. This is their best guess. It's not an exact science. Well, it's a science, but I mean, it's not. This is. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're going to rank every time. But this is. I mean, it's a very good plug-in, and but it does help. But as long as you're either orange or green, then you're good. Okay. All right, and then over here we have our categories, and you can add the categories up here, categories and tags. So we want to make sure you got your category. Right now I'm only using 2, internet marketing and of course my weekly marketing tips. So you want to, whatever categories you choose, you want to make sure that it or they are selected. And then your tags, you want to make sure you put proper tags on here. And then, of course, you'll want to hit publish. Now mine is already published. That's why it says update. But if it had not already been updated, or published, it would have said update. So then once you update that, or I'm sorry, once you publish your blog post, and we'll take a look at this one. You can go down to the bottom of it and get your share buttons and start sharing it out to your social media. Okay, and then one tip that I do want to give you on always write your blog post from within your WordPress editor here. Never copy and paste from Word, because it's got a lot of hidden coding there and it will mess you up. I've tried it, I've done it. It's a pain to have to reformat it and everything, and it just doesn't do very well. So always just type and write your blog post from within your WordPress. It makes it much easier for you. Okay, alright, so that's it for the blog optimization and your blog post formatting. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, get in touch with me. I will be glad to help you. And as always, thank you so much for taking time to watch the video. Hope it's helped you. Subscribe to my list. Stay updated on what's going on with me, and I'll send you out my blog posts each week and more on the videos here in the 90-day content marketing plan. Okay? Alright, thank you, and till next week, God bless.